Number 1. The 1973 Ford Mustang, listed for $8,000 and located in Bean Station, Tennessee, stands as one of the final year classics of the first-generation Mustang era, an iconic shape marking the end of the original muscle car lineage before Ford shifted to a completely different design in 1974. This particular Mustang is a 1973 Mustang Grande, a trim level known for offering a more refined and comfortable driving experience, while still carrying the unmistakable presence and attitude of a true Mustang. Showing 55,456 miles on the odometer, the car comes equipped with a strong 351 V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, making it a solid cruiser with plenty of power and that classic Ford small block rumble enthusiasts love. The seller notes that the car runs and drives, a major advantage for anyone looking for a drivable project rather than a full tear-down restoration. However, the carburetor needs tuning or replacement, which is a fairly common and straightforward maintenance item on classic V8s. For many Mustang hobbyists, this is an easy weekend fix that can dramatically improve performance, throttle response, and cold starts. The car also comes with brand new tires, offering added safety and reliability right from the start, and even includes a spare hood and a car cover, two bonuses that add practical value for anyone planning to maintain or improve the car over time. Cosmetically, the Mustang Grande of this era typically features vinyl top styling, additional chrome, and more upscale interior compared to the base models. While the listing doesn't dive deep into the cosmetic details, the Grande badge alone suggests that this car originally came with a more luxurious interior layout, setting it apart from the standard fastbacks and coupes commonly seen at car meets. The 1973 model year is also known for its larger front bumper due to updated safety standards, a look that has since grown into a defining visual characteristic of the late first-generation Mustangs. For collectors and enthusiasts, the 1971 to 1973 Mustangs have become increasingly appreciated in recent years. Their long hood, wide stance design, and bold styling cues give them a presence unlike any other Mustang generation, and they still offer the raw, analog driving feel that defines a classic American muscle car experience. This example, priced at $8,000 or best offer, lands in a very appealing middle ground. Affordable enough to leave room in the budget for mechanical or cosmetic improvements, yet complete and functional enough to be enjoyed from day one. The seller makes it clear, absolutely no trades, emphasizing that only serious buyers with cash should reach out. For anyone looking to get into the Mustang world, especially someone who wants a running V8 model with manageable needs and strong potential, this 1973 Mustang Grande represents one of the more compelling opportunities on the market. With a bit of attention to the carburetor and your own personal touches added over time, this car can easily transform into a standout weekend cruiser, a project with investment upside, or simply a satisfying classic to enjoy on open Tennessee back roads. Located in Bean Station, TN, this Mustang is ready for its next owner, someone who appreciates the charm, strength, and unmistakable identity of one of Ford's final first-generation legends. Number 2. The 1954 shoebox sedan, listed for $8,500 and located in Jefferson, Georgia, represents one of the most iconic classic cars of the post-war era, beloved for its clean slab-sided styling, reliable flathead V8, and the unmistakable charm that helped Ford define the shape of American automobiles in the early 1950s. This particular example has 68,000 miles on the odometer and comes equipped with its period-correct flathead V8, paired with a manual 3-speed transmission on the column, commonly known as the 3 on the tree. The seller emphasizes that this car runs great, making it an ideal entry point for anyone looking to experience vintage motoring without stepping into a full restoration project. The car is described as an older custom, meaning it carries modifications and visual touches applied over the years. The paint shows its age with some imperfections and a few rust bubbles, typical of classic cars from this era, but still presents well enough for cruising, weekend shows, or local meets. The body style itself is timeless. Rounded fenders, a smooth silhouette, and the signature split windshield that defines the shoebox Ford lineage. For many collectors, these minor signs of age add a touch of authenticity and character, reminding you that this is a living piece of automotive history rather than a newly restored museum piece. Inside, the car features a good quality interior, showing that previous owners took care to maintain a comfortable and clean cabin. The dashboard layout, metal trim, and classic switchgear all contribute to the nostalgic driving experience of a car built in a time before modern electronics and plastics dominated the industry. Sitting behind the wheel of a 1950 Ford feels like stepping into a different era, where simplicity and analog charm rule the road. Mechanically, the car has been updated with a 12-volt charging system, a highly desirable upgrade for owners who want better reliability and compatibility with modern accessories. The car has also been static dropped, giving it a lower stance that enhances its classic custom look without the complexity of air suspension. Adding to its period-correct style is a vintage exterior visor, a hallmark accessory seen on countless hot rods and cruisers from the 1950s. The floor pans are described as being in decent condition, an important note for anyone considering a car this age, as structural integrity is often a concern with older steel vehicles. Overall, this car is presented as a nice, inexpensive cruiser that is ready to enjoy right away, not a project buried in unknown repairs. The seller makes their expectations clear. No trades, no silly offers, and only serious inquiries should reach out. They also note that nationwide shipping can be arranged, making this classic accessible to buyers far outside Georgia. For enthusiasts seeking an affordable entry into the world of vintage American cars, the 1950 Ford Shoebox is one of the most rewarding options available. Its flathead V8 offers a uniquely smooth and soulful engine note. The driving feel is pure nostalgia, and the styling turns heads everywhere it goes. At $8,500, this example strikes a great balance between charm, drivability, and value, perfect for someone who wants to jump into classic car ownership without the overwhelming commitment of a major restoration. Located in Jefferson, Georgia, this shoebox Ford is ready to cruise into the hands of its next caretaker.
(1974) Chevy Impala with the 350 trans, with the 350 motor, runs and drives. It does need tender love and care, but it is road worthy.
Number 3. The 1974 Chevrolet Impala, listed for $12,500 and located in Banning, California, is a classic full-size American cruiser from the mid-1970s, admired today for its bold proportions, smooth ride, and unmistakable glasshouse styling. This particular example is offered at $12,500 or best offer, making it an attractive option for anyone seeking a vintage two-door Impala that is both drivable and ready for improvement. The car shows an odometer reading of 111,111 miles, and it is powered by a 350 V8 engine paired with a matching 350 automatic transmission, a dependable and well-known drivetrain combination that has earned a reputation for longevity and easy maintenance. One of the standout features of the 74 Impala is that it is smog exempt in California, a major advantage for classic car owners in the state, as it eliminates the need for costly and often complicated emissions testing that can burden older vehicles. The glasshouse nickname refers to the long, wide, and highly visible rear window design found on this generation of full-size Chevrolet models, giving them a panoramic look that has become increasingly desirable among classic car enthusiasts and custom builders. This styling not only provides excellent visibility, but also gives the car a unique, unmistakable profile that stands out in any parking lot or cruise night. The seller describes the car as a good daily runner, meaning it is functional and dependable enough for regular driving. However, they are upfront and honest that this Impala is a fixer-upper. It runs and drives great for them personally, but it does need additional work, making it ideal for someone who enjoys projects like mechanical tweaking or cosmetic improvements. This level of transparency is helpful for potential buyers, especially those who prefer to know exactly what they're stepping into before committing to a classic. The seller emphasizes if you're not willing to invest time, effort, or money into finishing the car, then this may not be the right vehicle for you. It's a straightforward, no-nonsense approach that sets clear expectations for serious buyers. Despite its project status, the foundation is strong. The car drives, the drivetrain is proven, and the body style itself is increasingly sought after in the classic and custom car community. Whether someone plans to restore it to original condition, build it into a show-worthy lowrider, or simply enjoy it as a nostalgic weekend cruiser, the '74 Impala provides plenty of potential. Vehicles like this serve as excellent platforms due to their large engine bays, strong frames, and abundant aftermarket support for both mechanical and cosmetic upgrades. The seller also notes no motorcycles when it comes to trade offers and emphasizes that cash is king, signaling their preference for straightforward transactions with serious buyers only. Those genuinely interested are encouraged to send a message, allowing the conversation to move forward privately. For enthusiasts in or near Banning, California, or even buyers willing to travel for the right classic, this 1974 Chevrolet Impala offers a rare chance to own a smog-exempt, two-door glasshouse model at a competitive price, complete with running condition, project potential, and iconic 1970s road presence. Number 4. The 1975 Pontiac Granville Brougham convertible, listed at $12,933 and located in Hanover, Massachusetts. This car isn't just another classic. It represents the final full-size convertible ever produced by Pontiac, marking the end of an era when Detroit built massive, comfort-first cruisers with unmistakable presence. With 67,500 original miles and the iconic 455 cubic inch V8 under the hood, this Granville stands as one of the last great land yachts that you can still drive and enjoy today. Mechanically, this convertible is a solid performer. The big block 455 V8, famous for its effortless torque and smooth character, fires right up and delivers a relaxed, confident surge of power. The automatic transmission shifts cleanly, making this car an ideal highway cruiser or weekend top-down companion. Underneath, the undercarriage, frame, and floors are all reported to be solid with no rust or corrosion, which is a major plus for any '70s convertible. In short, this isn't a project or a fragile classic. It's a driver ready to hit the road. Inside the cabin, the Granville offers a kind of comfort that made these full-size Pontiacs so beloved. You get power windows, power locks, a power driver's seat, and a power convertible top, giving you the full luxury experience of the era. Even the AIC blows ice cold, something rarely still operational on many classics from the mid-'70s. The interior overall is clean and well kept, with the only notable flaw being a torn seam on the bottom of the driver's seat, an easy fix if you want everything perfect again. On the outside, the paint is described as presentable but not perfect, ideal for someone who wants a good-looking cruiser without being afraid to take it out for real drives. This isn't a museum queen. This is a classic convertible meant to be enjoyed. Take it to weekend shows, coastal drives, or sunset cruises. The type of car that's more about the experience than chasing perfection. All in all, this 1975 Pontiac Granville Brougham is the perfect choice for anyone who wants a big, comfortable, open-top classic with unmistakable presence and a smooth, powerful V8. It captures everything people love about 70s American luxury: space, comfort, style, and that floating down the highway feeling you just can't get from modern cars. If you've been searching for a true land yacht that's ready to drive and enjoy from day one, this Granville might just be the one. Number 5. The 1972 Ford Mustang Convertible 2D, listed for $14,900 and located in Spring Hill, Florida. With 68,358 miles on the odometer and an automatic transmission, this Mustang represents one of the last models of the first Mustang generation before the automotive world shifted into a very different era. If you've been searching for a convertible that you can truly enjoy from day one, this one checks all the right boxes. Under the hood, this Mustang is powered by the dependable 250 cubic inch straight-six engine, a smooth and reliable power plant known for its longevity and low-maintenance character. According to the seller, the car runs and drives incredibly well and has been absolutely rock solid in terms of reliability, making it perfect for weekend cruising, local car meets, or simply enjoying some top-down driving along the Florida coastline. The engine starts with ease, the shifts are smooth, and the overall driving experience gives you that unmistakable old-school Mustang feel. Out on the road, this car is described as a real head-turner, and it's easy to see why. The body lines of the 72 Mustang convertible have a long, low profile that looks fantastic with the top down. The paint presents nicely overall. Not concours or show car perfect, but clean and very presentable, especially in person where the color and reflections really come to life. It's the kind of finish you'll be proud to show off without being afraid to actually drive the car. The Mustang sits on a set of newer Craigar wheels paired with fresh tires, giving it the correct muscle-era stance and more aggressive, period-correct look. It adds a lot to the car's presence and makes the whole profile pop when parked or rolling down the road. Inside, everything works exactly as it should. All gauges, lights, and electronics are fully functional, a huge plus for a classic convertible of this age. No electrical gremlins, no mystery switches, just a clean, straightforward, well-maintained interior that's ready for immediate enjoyment. And of course, the star of any convertible is the top. This Mustang's convertible top is in excellent condition, with no tears, no leaks, and a mechanism that works flawlessly. Whether you're lowering it to feel the breeze or raising it for sudden Florida weather, the top operates cleanly and confidently. Overall, this 1972 Ford Mustang convertible stands out as a truly enjoyable classic. Something you can hop into right now and drive without worrying about endless repairs or unfinished projects. It's clean, reliable, stylish, mechanically sound, and priced reasonably for a vintage Mustang convertible in today's market. Whether you're looking for a weekend cruiser, an easy restoration base, or a fun classic to add to your collection, this Mustang offers a blend of dependability and old-school charm that's getting harder to find. Number 6. The 1965 Ford Falcon, listed for $3,300 and located in Casa Grande, Arizona. With 150,000 miles on the odometer and an automatic transmission, this Falcon represents an era of simple, durable American engineering and remains one of Ford's most beloved compact platforms. For anyone looking to take on a restoration project that's affordable, complete, and full of nostalgia, this one checks nearly every box. According to the seller, the car is pretty original and everything needed is present for a full restoration, making a great starting point whether you're planning a factory-style rebuild or a tasteful custom build. Many Falcons from this era have passed through multiple hands or suffered from incomplete project attempts, but this example remains intact, giving you a solid foundation to work from without hunting down countless missing parts. Mechanically, the seller notes that the engine was able to idle about a year ago, even when tested without a carburetor using a temporary setup. That's an encouraging sign for anyone considering reviving the car, since it indicates the engine still has life in it and hasn't been left for dead. Even better, a brand new carburetor is included, so you'll already have one of the key pieces needed to get the motor running properly again. For a classic project car, that's a major bonus and cuts down both cost and time right away. The exterior and interior are not described in extreme detail, but a phrase pretty original generally hints at a car that hasn't been heavily modified or torn apart. That's especially valuable to restorers who prefer originality, patina, or true-to-era look. Whether your vision is a full factory restoration, a mild street cruiser, or even a budget-friendly sleeper build, starting with a complete car is always a huge advantage. While it's clearly a project, something the seller is upfront about, it's also priced accordingly. At $3,300, this Falcon sits well within the affordable range for a mid-60s American classic, especially one with such straightforward mechanicals. The seller mentions they're letting go of a few projects to make room for others, suggesting this is a fire sale, but simply a matter of prioritizing space, which often means the car hasn't been abused but simply set aside. As a final note, the seller is clear that they will not respond to still available messages, a common rule among private sellers trying to avoid spam or automated inquiries. Serious buyers will want to reach out with a real introduction or question. Overall, this 1965 Ford Falcon presents a great opportunity for someone ready to dive into a restoration without breaking the bank. It's complete, largely original, includes a new carburetor, and has an engine that showed signs of life as recently as last year. With solid bones and classic Ford charm, it's a kind of project that can turn into a rewarding build, and eventually a fun cruiser with a whole lot of history behind it. Number 7. The 1979 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Coupe 2D, priced at $10,500 and located in Gilbert, Arizona. With 75,000 miles on the odometer and an automatic transmission, this late C3 Stingray is a strong example of a classic Corvette that's already been given attention where it counts, while still offering room for the next owner to fine-tune and personalize it. According to the seller, the 79 Corvette runs, drives, and stops, and the drivetrain performs very well on the road. It drives and shifts smoothly, which is an important detail. C3 Corvettes can sometimes suffer from worn components after decades of use, but this one appears to be road-ready and mechanically sound. Under the hood, it features a high-torque 350 V8, a power plant known for its reliability and endless aftermarket support. This one has been upgraded with an Edelbrock fuel and intake system paired with a large carburetor, helping the engine breathe better and deliver stronger performance than stock. Adding to its muscle car presence, the car also sports a full dual exhaust system with headers, giving it that unmistakable Corvette rumble and freeing up even more performance potential. The parts list suggests that time and money have already been invested in improving the car's drivability and power delivery, making it an appealing option for someone who wants a C3 that's lively and fun right out of the gate. On the exterior, this Stingray features a desirable glass T-tops, one of the signature highlights of the late 1970s Corvette lineup. These removable roof panels give you the open-air feel of convertible with the structural rigidity of a coupe, perfect for cruising in Arizona weather. The tires are said to be in good condition, and the car has been fitted with a new battery, meaning some of the basic maintenance needs have already been addressed. The interior has been restored, which is a big plus for anyone familiar with C3 Corvette restoration work. Renovating the cabin of a Stingray can be time-consuming and costly, especially with its unique dash layout and molded door panels. Having a fresh interior already done saves the next owner a significant amount of effort and expense, and means the cockpit should feel clean, comfortable, and inviting. As for comfort features, this Corvette is an A/C equipped car, which is always desirable, especially in a hot climate like Arizona. While the air conditioning system is complete, it is not currently working and will need repair. For many classic car enthusiasts, A/C repair is manageable, and having all components still present is a big advantage over cars missing entire systems. Overall, This 1979 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray represents a terrific opportunity to own a piece of American automotive history without the sky-high prices of earlier generations. It's already running strong with performance upgrades, has a restored interior, wears glass T-tops, and comes with key mechanical improvements like headers, dual exhaust, and an Edelbrock setup. Whether you're looking for a weekend cruiser, a classic to refine further, or an affordable entry into the Corvette world, this Stingray delivers plenty of value and excitement for price. Number 8. The 1966 Chrysler Windsor, priced at $12,500 and currently located in Scottsdale, Arizona. With 96,000 miles and an automatic transmission, this Windsor represents the kind of classic American cruiser that combines size, comfort, effortless V8 power, and decades of careful ownership. It is the sort of car that reminds you why Chrysler's full-size models were known for their road presence and durability, and this example showcases those qualities extremely well. Under the hood sits the strong and reliable 383 cubic inch V8, an engine beloved for its smoothness and quiet torque delivery. This particular Windsor has been enhanced with an Edelbrock intake manifold and a Holley 625 carburetor, upgrades that improve breathing and drivability while keeping the car period correct in character. Power moves through the legendary 727 TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic, widely regarded as one of the most dependable transmissions ever produced by Chrysler. It offers smooth shifts, relaxed cruising, and enough durability to handle the 383's torque without hesitation. Mechanically, the seller clearly invested in making this car turnkey and trustworthy. It recently received all new ignition components, including new plugs, plug wires, and a new distributor. The drum brake system has been completely redone, an important safety update on a vehicle of this size. Even better, the car just had a full service. Fresh oil, coolant flush, transmission service, and brake work, the kind of maintenance that gives future owners confidence from day one. The seller notes that the car runs and drives great, and based on mechanical attention it has received, it is easy to believe. Visually, this Windsor stands tall. The body is straight, the paint is solid, and most importantly, the car is completely rust-free, a major selling point for a 1960s full-size sedan. The seller confirms no accidents, and the car has the clean, honest look of a classic that has always lived in a dry climate. The interior is in equally impressive condition, with a clean dash, strong upholstery, and a well-preserved cabin overall. The seller is also including the original wheels, hubcaps, and seat chrome, giving the next owner the option to revert to a factory-correct look if desired. All the essential functions, lights, gauges, turn signals, and wipers, are working properly. The only small note is that the speedometer cable was disconnected due to a noise, but it can be reattached easily if the new owner doesn't mind the typical mechanical cable sound. The car does not have air conditioning, but everything else needed for a smooth and enjoyable driving experience is fully operational. This Windsor comes with a clean Arizona title, and the seller mentions they're only letting it go because they're moving to a home with fewer garage spaces. It's increasingly rare to find a mid-60s Chrysler that is this complete, this solid, and this well-maintained, especially at a price point that still leaves room for light tinkering or personalization. With its strong running condition, classic Mopar charm, and honest presentation, this 1966 Chrysler Windsor is a genuine opportunity for anyone looking to step into a reliable and attention-grabbing American cruiser from one of Detroit's finest eras. Number 9. The 1967 Ford Fairlane 500 XL convertible, priced at $16,500 and currently located in Queen Creek, Arizona. This is a car with not only classic appeal but also long-term family history, having been in the seller's family for roughly a quarter century. The odometer currently displays 35,000 miles, and while both the speedometer and odometer are functioning, the seller believes the true mileage is closer to 135,000 miles, simply due to the age and the mechanical limits of the odometer. Still, this Fairlane has clearly lived a gentle life, spending decades in Arizona's dry climate and being used only sparingly over the last 20 years. This Fairlane carries the look and feel of an authentic driver-quality classic, Not restored, not over-detailed, but kept running, enjoyed locally, and preserved without the shiny distractions of cosmetic polishing. Under the hood sits the same engine that was in the car when the seller's father purchased it 25 years ago, reportedly a 302 cubic inch V8. While the motor has not undergone major upgrades, it did receive a new carburetor and tune-up about 4 years ago. The seller also mentions that the car has a long-standing quirk. When it warms up, it tends to spit coolant from the overflow hose. It has done this the entire 20 years they've owned it, and the cause is unknown. Something a future owner may want to address or simply monitor as part of the car's personality. One major mechanical improvement has been completed. The 3-speed automatic transmission was rebuilt just 2 years ago by Doug's Performance Transmission in Apache Junction, a reputable local shop. That rebuild alone is a meaningful upgrade, ensuring smoother operation and extending the car's drivability well into the future. Beyond that, the Fairlane has not received major mechanical overhauls, reflecting its use as a casual local cruiser rather than a highly restored project. Cosmetically, this Fairlane shows its age honestly. It still wears what appears to be 25-year-old single-stage paint, with visible scratches, small dents, dings, fading, and a few places where rust is beginning to show through the paint. The seller also notes rust in the front wheel wells, a common issue for classic convertibles as they age. The engine compartment is dusty, and the seller intentionally did not degrease or pressure wash it, wanting buyers to see the car's condition without cosmetic cover-ups. For many collectors, this transparency is far more valuable than a freshly steam-cleaned engine bay. Despite the aging paint, the car retains several original touches, including the factory hubcaps, which add to its authenticity and period-correct character. The trunk includes the spare tire mounting equipment, though no spare tire is present, and the seller admits they aren't familiar with how the mounting system works. Inside and out, the car stands as a solid and honest example of a mostly original Fairlane, a vehicle that's been driven, enjoyed, and preserved rather than restored. The seller emphasizes that this is a driver condition car. It is not a show car restoration, nor is it being presented as one. Instead, it's a fully functional classic convertible that can be enjoyed as is, with room left for a new owner to personalize or restore according to their vision. With its long Arizona history, family provenance, clean presentation, and well-documented condition, it offers a refreshing level of honesty in a market where cosmetics can often disguise mechanical uncertainty. Finally, the car comes with a clean Arizona title, and the seller requests serious inquiries only, offering all information in good faith, while reminding buyers to verify any details they consider important. Number 10. The 1991 Cadillac Brougham, listed for $19,995 and resting proudly in San Marcos, Texas. With 95,000 miles on the clock and an automatic transmission, this full-size luxury sedan stands as one of the last symbols of classic American comfort and road presence. Recently acquired from the original owner's family, the car has been exceptionally well cared for, with everything in proper working order, including a newly replaced AIC compressor and an upgraded climate control head, ensuring that the legendary Cadillac ride comes with modern reliability. Under the hood, you'll find a desirable 5.7-liter V8, a strong and smooth engine known for its durability and effortless cruising power. The seller also includes complete service records, offering rare transparency and confidence for buyers looking for authenticity and long-term maintenance history. This Brougham can be seen in person at Dealer Alternative Auto Care in San Marcos. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5:30, or by appointment on weekends for serious buyers. The listing is straightforward. Cash only, no trades, and yes, it's still available. For anyone seeking genuine Cadillac luxury, preserved originality, and that unmistakable big body ride quality, this 1991 Brougham is a standout example that's becoming increasingly hard to find. Number 11. The 1972 Mercury Cougar convertible, listed at $9,700 and currently located in Kennewick, Washington. This is the kind of vintage car that carries the unmistakable feel of early 70s American cruising, Long, low, elegant, and powered by Ford's durable 351c2 barrel V8, paired with an automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, and a power-operated convertible top. With 98,241 original miles, this Cougar stands as a remarkably authentic survivor that has remained a local Washington car for over 4 decades, a detail that often hints at careful ownership and a stable history. Recently, the car was pulled out of long-term indoor storage, where it sat for about 10 years, waiting for its next chapter. With a fresh battery, new gas, and a simple oil change, the 351 Cleveland came back to life smoothly. The engine runs great, and the transmission shifts just the way it should. What's even more impressive is how much of the original equipment is still functioning. The headlights, blinkers, gauges, even the old-school seatbelt buzzer all operate exactly as they did back in '72. Structurally, the car is equally reassuring, with solid floors and a clean trunk pan, showing none of the typical rust that often plagues convertibles from this era. Cosmetically and mechanically, it's a very clean original car, but like many classics pulled from long-term rest, it will benefit from a bit of TLC before it's fully ready to hit the streets. Nothing major, just a kind of small, thoughtful work that classic car enthusiasts expect. The seller is including the original hubcaps, several extra parts, multiple sets of keys, and a clean Washington title. They also mention that additional photos and videos are available, and for buyers needing transport, a recommended shipper is ready to help facilitate the purchase. At just under $10,000, this 1972 Mercury Cougar convertible represents a rare chance to own a mostly original, strong-running, highly complete classic that doesn't require a full restoration. Just a caring touch to bring it back to its cruising glory. For collectors or first-time classic owners looking for a stylish, open-top piece of American automotive history, it's a standout opportunity. Number 12. The 1949 Chrysler Royal Windsor, listed at $9,999 and located in Burbank, California. This vintage classic comes with 77,000 miles on the odometer and a manual transmission, and according to the seller, it runs and drives exactly as it should. The current owner received the car in a trade and decided to list it before getting too attached. A good sign for buyers looking to step into a car that's been treated with care, but not yet emotionally claimed. One of the standout details of this Royal Windsor is just how complete it is. The car comes with a trunk full of spare parts, including extra hubcaps, the original dash lock, replacement oil filters and drive belts, fuses, and even 2 sets of original seat covers. To make things even more special, it includes a framed original advertisement, historical photos of the car over the years, and even a 1949 magazine in which this very model is featured. These extra touches give the car not only value, but a deep sense of history and authenticity. Mechanically, it checks the important boxes. It has a clean title, shows no leaks, and the transmission is said to work flawlessly. The paint and body are in clean condition, and the interior is surprisingly tidy for a 75-year-old automobile. Recent maintenance includes a fresh oil change, brand new tires, and a fairly new battery, ensuring the car is ready to enjoy the moment it changes hands. Of course, it's still a classic, and the seller is honest about the small imperfections. A few minor scuffs around the body and a small chip on the windshield, neither of which are deal breakers for a car this age. Overall, it presents as a strong driver-quality 49 Chrysler that retains its charm, originality, and functionality. For collectors, enthusiasts, or anyone wanting an approachable entry into late 40s American steel, this Royal Windsor is a compelling package, complete, clean, and loaded with history. The seller notes that the price is firm, though they are open to trades. Anyone interested is encouraged to reach out for more details. Number 13. The 1982 Chevrolet El Camino is being offered at $14,999, a standout find for collectors who appreciate originality, low mileage, and long-term ownership history. Showing only 61,000 original miles on the odometer and equipped with an automatic transmission, this El Camino bridges the best of both worlds. The sleek styling of a classic coupe and practicality of a light-duty pickup. The seller notes that he purchased the car directly from its first owner, making this essentially a two-owner vehicle with a clean, traceable background. Under the hood, it's powered by the factory 5.0L 305 CUN. V8, rated at roughly 150 horsepower when new. Both the engine and transmission are original, reinforcing just how untouched and authentic this vehicle remains. The previous owner had the car repainted in the same factory color combination, keeping the classic look intact while refreshing the exterior. The El Camino has clearly been cherished its entire life, with regular servicing and careful use. The current owner even mentions weekly drives and a recent round trip to Phoenix, proof that this classic isn't just a garage ornament. It's a reliable cruiser ready for the road. Condition-wise, the vehicle presents in excellent shape, especially considering its age. The title is clean and it has no major accident history, with just one minor, undocumented incident on the left side back in 2012. Mechanically, it needs very little. The AC is not operational due to a seized compressor pulley, though the system still retains its original R12 refrigerant and the heater works properly. Otherwise, the car requires nothing immediate and stands as an authentic time capsule with the kind of originality that collectors value. Inside and out, this El Camino reflects decades of careful ownership. It's the type of classic that hasn't been over-modified, overly restored, or mechanically pieced together. Instead, it remains true to its roots, offering an honest representation of Chevrolet's early 1980s design and engineering. With its low mileage, original drivetrain, and overall well-preserved condition, this El Camino is ideal for someone seeking a dependable classic that still turns heads. Serious buyers can contact the seller via text or call to arrange a viewing. The vehicle is available for in-person inspection with cash or cashier's check accepted for sale. Located in Tucson, the seller is available on weekdays from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. and throughout weekends, requesting that interested parties make an appointment at least a day in advance. Number 14. The 1972 Chrysler Newport, priced at just $1,200 and located on Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, Nevada. With an odometer reading of 99,999 miles and configured as a two-door coupe with factory front disc brakes and power options, this big-body Mopar offers a promising foundation for anyone looking to build a classic cruiser on a realistic budget. The seller is very clear. If the ad is up, the car is still available, and nearly all common questions are already answered in the listing. While the car currently sits without an engine, transmission, or wheels and tires, it originally came equipped with Chrysler's durable 400 cubic inch V8, and the seller points out that another 72 Newport is for sale nearby, a rough runner lacking a title but wearing the correct drivetrain and wheels. Pairing the two cars would allow a resourceful buyer to assemble a running, driving classic Mopar for under $5,000, even accounting for miscellaneous replacement parts. For enthusiasts who enjoy wrenching and resurrecting forgotten steel, that kind of value is hard to ignore. Cosmetically, this Newport is in rough shape, needing paint, interior cleanup, and typical rust repair. The trunk floor will need replacing. The front fender doglegs require patches, and the main floor pan may need some attention. Still, the seller emphasizes that despite these issues, the car remains structurally solid, which is a crucial factor when started with an early 70S full-size Mopar. The car originally came from California and was purchased from a dedicated Southern California Mopar family, and it was actually drivable as recently as 1 month ago before the seller removed the non-original powertrain. Some good news for the next owner. The gas tank has already been professionally restored, with photos to prove it. The brake system and power steering components also remain intact and operational, untouched during the drivetrain removal. With a replacement engine and transmission installed, the car could realistically return to the road without extensive mechanical overhaul. Transport considerations are also laid out clearly. Buyers coming from out of town will need to bring their own wheels and tires to load the car onto a trailer. Local buyers without spare rollers may be able to use the seller's wheels temporarily for transport, though this would need to be discussed beforehand. Best of all, the Newport comes with a clean Nevada title already in the seller's name, making transfer straightforward. Offered strictly as is, whereas for $1,250 cash, this Chrysler is ideal for someone who wants a low entry cost, a solid platform, and the satisfaction of bringing a big, handsome Mopar coupe back to life. Number 15, the 1971 Chevrolet Vega Camback, offered at $19,000 and located in Greenfield. As one of the rarer body styles in the Vega lineup, the Camback, Chevrolet's early take on a sport wagon with a sloping hatch, has always stood out from the crowd. But this particular example goes far beyond rarity. With just 28,000 miles showing on the odometer, a clean title, and an 8-cylinder heart on the hood, it represents a dramatic and highly desirable upgrade from its humble factory origins. Dressed in a sharp red exterior, this Vega immediately grabs attention. The paint presents extremely well and complements the car's compact, sporty proportions. Exactly the kind of look that turns heads at cruise nights and local shows. Originally engineered as an economical subcompact, this one has been transformed into a powerful RWD V8 swap machine, offering the kind of performance, rumble, and attitude no stock Vega ever had from the factory. Paired with an automatic transmission, the setup promises smooth drivability and the kind of reliability that encourages regular weekend use. Despite its age, the car is described as being in excellent condition, suggesting careful ownership and likely significant attention to detail during the build and preservation. A V8 converted Camback is already a special proposition, but finding one this clean, this complete, and this well executed makes it even more compelling. These cars rarely appear on the market, and when they do, they tend to be enthusiast-owned, modified thoughtfully, and cherished for their uniqueness. The seller's list is simple and straightforward, but the details speak loudly. 8 cylinders, rear-wheel drive, gasoline power, clean paperwork, and a shockingly low mileage reading for a 1971 vehicle. It's the kind of classic that appeals to collectors who appreciate the unusual, as well as drivers who want a lightweight V8 powered sleeper with unmistakable vintage character. Whether you're drawn by nostalgia, performance, or the joy of owning something hardly anyone else has, this 1971 Chevrolet Vega Camback stands as a standout entry on the list, a compact classic reborn with muscle and originality, ready for shows, cruising, or simply adding a rare gem to your garage.